I'm Alexis, or Melissa. I am currently in 11th grade, and I am in Chinese 5. So, yeah. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I really enjoyed this method of learning. Earlier, when we had done recitation, I really enjoyed it. So, when Lalosha said that we'd be doing this every day, I was kind of like, yay, this is going to be fun. And it was. At the beginning, it was doing it for all of class was tough at first, to just sit there and say the same thing over and over again. It was, I don't know, it wasn't boring, but I don't know. I found myself dozing off a few times. But over time, it just got easier. So I'd say just keep an open mind when you're going into it. I know a lot of people would complain about it, but I really enjoyed it. Since I won't be taking Chinese next year, I am planning on using the rest of my journal book to practice writing, so I'm probably going to start with like the first book and try to write every day, because again, I really like this way of learning, and I think it's really beneficial. Well, sure, I don't know what else to say. I don't know. So last year, sophomore year, I went to Germany for a few months while my dad worked there. And before I left, we didn't think I'd be coming back. So as a gift, Lola Sure gave me one of the Dao Dujing books. And even now, although we don't really use it much in class, every now and then I still like to open it and read it. And since having read aloud in class, the classics without the pinyin above it, I've gone through the book with like sticky notes, and I've covered up pinyin too, because I don't know, I feel like it's more beneficial when you're just there and it's just the characters, and you you have to force yourself to remember them. When we did read Dao De Jing in class, it was only like 10 minutes, I think, ish. I think definitely reading for the whole class helped too. You got to hear the characters more and look at them more with more time, so that was nice.
So you notice your word recognition is a lot more faster and
I think so.
Accurate,
Yeah.
more accurate.
When we're reading out of the textbook, I've noticed that it isn't, like, I don't have to think as long when I see a character. I mean, obviously, if I'm not as familiar with the character, it'll take a little bit longer, but if it's one that I've known and such, it doesn't take me as long. While before we started reading, it took a while. That was probably one of the areas that I struggled most with.
Okay. I do want to mention that first I've shared the audio files with the class, and you all have the copy for each book. And on the YouTube, you can easily find some videos. People read, you can read along with the videos. Have you tried any like audio material?
I've listened.
While you read, listen or...
Yeah, I've listened to them. Like some nights, if I'm like, I'm so tired, I don't want to read, I'll pull it out and I'll just listen to it and just...
So you did try that, and I would highly recommend. Yeah, keep doing this.
Yeah,
this
I like
can be
doing
very
that too.
beneficial.
Yeah,
that's right. While we did the experiment, we set aside the textbook, integrated Chinese textbook, and didn't practice any conversational dialogues, or practice the dialogues, or write any journals. So, do you have some of the concerns that you're not well-rounded to get trained in Chinese? These are 4 basic skills. If we're just doing the soul reading.
I mean, grammar has never been one of my strong suits. A little. I feel like if you like commit to this and you do it every day and it's something that you're able... Oh, wait, where was I going with that? I don't know. I feel like if over time, the more you read it, you'll be able to like pull that out of your memory in a way. Like, I feel like grammar would come easier to you after reading.
After
more.
reading,
Like,
to form a sentence become a lot of... We did a little bit try out this week, right?
Yeah.
Like doing the translation work, I say some sentences in English and the class responding in Chinese a lot more faster than before.
Yeah, I feel like with the reading, you don't have to, like, you're just reading. You won't be sitting there thinking about the grammar, so it'll kind of become second nature to you.
Does it bother you that you don't understand the meaning of the text that you're reading?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
You're content.
I am content with it. I like it.
Great. I should have more students like me. Well, it will come to you eventually.
Yeah.
So just keep doing what you love to do. And this is the greatest method, and it's simple too. As long as you can commit the time doing it.
Yeah, I really like it. So.
Well, good luck next year, and
Thank you.
And I will see you around in school.
Yeah, good luck getting rid of me. I'll be sure to come back and visit quite often.
All right. Thank you.